Good afternoon, Badass Artists. I'm Mia Luyando. Today we are going to work in our newest book, Peppermint Tea. We are going to be working on some dark skin tones today. We are going to be using some Prismacolors. So we are going to open our books to this page. And as I said, we're going to be using just Prismacolors. We're not going to be using any markers or any sort of underpainting. We're just going to be using pencils only. So I'm going to zoom us in. Here we go. And I think we're going to just concentrate on her face today. And I will go in after we finish and I will work on the her little neck and shoulder area. But just for today, we're going to concentrate on her face and how we go in with just some soft wax pencils. This is a Prismacolor. For those of you who are new to Prismacolors, they are a soft wax-based pencil. They are one of the softest pencils on the market. A lot of people really love Prismas. Some people are very dedicated. They're only a Prismacolor person. It is easy for you to use if you have, if you're like for arthritis, if it's hard for you to push the pencil around, you don't like to put a lot of pressure on the pencil, this might be a good choice for you. So I'm going to start with this color number PC 947 Dark Umber, and I am using a couple of different Prismacolor sets. I have a really old one that belonged to my grandma, and those are the ones that are kind of marked in gold. And then I have a newer one that I've purchased more recently, and it is marked with silver. So if you see them, you know, looking a little different, that's the difference. One was probably made back in the 90s. I don't know. My grandma was a sketch artist as well, so I inherited her Prismacolors when she passed. We are going to start with this it's called Dark Umber. I almost said Burnt Umber, but this is Dark Umber. I don't know if you can see it there. We are going to start over here on her temple area. We're just very lightly going to go in with some small circular motions. Prismas are very soft, so you don't have to touch the paper very hard to get a lot of pigment. So if you're new to Prismas, there's a bit of a learning curve with them. I think you will enjoy them though if you are not a fan of using a lot of pressure with your pencils. I'm just going to work into the shadowy parts of her face and just really work this color in. And let's not forget her ear. You know I'm famous for it. Just going to work our way around. I just wanted to give a shout out to all of those of you who have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. According to my statistics, about 100 of you view the videos and 1 out of every 100 of you will like and subscribe. So for those of you that have, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Only takes a second to hit that like button and subscribe button, but it is so helpful for the channel. You have my eternal gratitude for that. And I'm just going to continue working this color around. It is a deep, rich, chocolatey brown. And they are very soft. These are made of wax. All pencils are made of either oil or wax. Wax tends to be softer. They have softer cores. And they mix well with each other and with other pencils. If you're looking for blendable pencils, wax pencils are probably for you. And we have some other videos that talk about the differences between oil pencils and wax pencils. So if you're interested in learning more about that, just check some of the older videos. You can learn about that with us too. Now I'm just barely touching the pencil to the paper, and you can see how much pigment I'm getting. So let me zoom in just a little bit closer. Prismas are beautiful pencils. They have I think the largest set is 144 colors. I might be, don't quote me on that. They might have more, but I think they have about 180 colors total. And they are all incredibly vibrant. They're very beautiful. But I am more of an oil pencil person, so I don't really use these very often. I definitely need to get in the habit of using them more often. But if there is a brand of pencils that you guys are struggling with or you're curious about, just drop me a message down in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see me use. I'm happy to give them a try for you. Or happy to show you how they work. And I'm going to darken the area around her eyes on both sides. And give her that kind of dramatic look. The important thing is just to be patient, enjoy the process, don't get in a hurry, take your time. Art is a journey. And over the next few weeks, we will learn a lot of different products. I'm using lots of different products in the coloring books. Feel free to join me. I will always list the products that I use in the description below. You don't have to grab all the products. If you would like to try some out, absolutely, that's the way to find them. But any product that you have at home, feel free to use. Join us. Just grab a similar color, no matter if you're using Prismas or Polychromos or Crayolas. It doesn't matter the brand, just find a similar color and dive right in. Now I'm also going to darken up this area in her temple, kind of the shadowy area where her hair kind of overlaps over. And I already started this side. I'm going to finish it. Here and get this ear. work on her nose for just a second. Now I want to give her skin some warmth, so I'm going to put all the darker brown colors in first, but then we're going to really go in with some nice warm pinks, and we're really going to give her almost like a sun-kissed look at the end. And I'm just going to add this color over the bridge of her nose. I'm going to zoom out just a little so that you can see where we are. The next color I'm going to choose is chocolate. It is number PC 1082, as you can see there. And I do like Prismas. They have numbers and names. I always appreciate that in a good pencil. Make sure I've got a good even surface here. And I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to work this color into the darker color. And just continue moving it right on back. And it will blend right in. That's the beauty of these little small circles. They blend very well. It's almost seamless. And you don't need a lot of pressure. Like I said, you don't have to hardly touch the paper at all, and you'll get this beautiful, rich, chocolatey brown. Let me zoom in a little bit. And we'll leave this little gemstone out so we can add some sparkle to it later. Now don't worry if you can still see the texture of the paper underneath. We're going to go over this with another color. This is just our underpainting. This is just our first pass. And I know sometimes darker skin tones can be intimidating, but this is just paper and pigment. We are absolutely in charge. If we don't like it, we can fix it. We have our handy dandy Derwent Eraser. I will add that link in the description below also. Do I have that sitting here? Let me see. I think I do. I haven't shown that lately. Here we go. Our Derwent Eraser. And real light. Isn't that neat? We can just erase that right off if we don't like it. But we're just going to work this color right in. Soft and easy. And don't let it intimidate you. You'll be a pro at it in no time. Now I'm going to ease up on the pencil almost to a point that the pencil isn't even making any color at all. I want this to be very light because I'm transitioning into another color here. So I'm going to go over here and work this color into this side of her forehead. I want this to be a little bit lighter. This is an area where the light is striking her face a little heavier. And I'm just really lightly adding the color here. And then I'm going to work this color right in over top of that darker umber color. Making sure we get it all over her eyelid. And I'm just very lightly giving this a dusting of color. And then we're going to move down to her cheeks. And we're just going to move that color up into the darker color and continue down. And I'm going to just work this in all over. This is mostly just busy work, so I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy watching. Okay, now I'm just going to add a little color to this ear and a little color to this ear. And let's get back to center. Now the next color I'm going to grab is Beige Sienna, and it is number PC1080, and it's kind of a dusky, sort of a grayish rosy color. I'm going to go right in here. This is the area, this kind of triangular area in her face. I'm going to start on her cheek. We're just going to kind of warm this area up a bit. And I'm going to go right over the apples of her cheeks. And you can see how that really smooths the rest of the skin out, gives her a nice healthy glow. Now you can of course make her lighter or darker as you see fit. But this kind of gives her a little bit of a peachy undertone. And you'll notice how this color builds up very easily on top of the other two. Prismas are very blendable. They really blend well with each other. And they actually combine with the layer beneath it. They don't sit on top of each other. They actually scoop up the layer that was underneath and mix to become a whole new color. And now I'm going to take an even lighter color. This one's called Seashell Pink. It is number PC1093, and it is a fleshy kind of almost an ivory with a flesh tone, like an undertone of fleshy pink. And I'm going to highlight some areas where the light is hitting her face. Just to give her some added warmth. And you can see how this really just kind of sets all the colors together and brings everything together. So from there, I'm going to grab one final color. This is called Rosy Beige. It's number PC1019. It's kind of a purpley lavender gray. And I'm going to give her just a little bit of a peachy, or I'm sorry, a pinky highlight to her cheeks. Nothing overdone, nothing too extreme yet. We'll add some color to her hair and her outfit, and then we'll come back and decide if we need to darken up her cheeks anymore. But I think for now, this should be plenty. I'm also going to add some to her eyelid, into her waterline. And a little bit to the tip of her nose. I'll go ahead and give her a base color on her lips. I want to make her lips a little darker than this, but this is a nice base color. Give her a little blush of color. And I think that's where we'll leave it for today. When we come back, we will work on her hair and her outfit. And I will go ahead and I will finish her chest and her neck off camera, so we're not spending a lot of time on that unnecessarily. Let me zoom back out so that you can see where we are with her. And I'm happy with what we've got so far. I think it's a good start. It's a good place to stop today. If you found this video helpful, I do hope you'll give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I hope that you'll do so. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. I try to get one out 2 to 3 times a week. This week we will have hopefully 3 or 4, so we'll have an extra. Okay, everybody, I will see you next time.